Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Naomi, and today I will be recording my very first ever holiday Christmas gift guide slash Christmas wish list. There's been some things that I've been really interested in and I think would be great gifts for anybody that you love in your life. I'm not gonna make this video long, so let's just get started. As a person who loves jewelry myself, I think jewelry is a great Christmas gift to give to anybody in your life, especially if you know that this person loves jewelry. It could be a watch, it could be a bracelet, necklaces, whatever. Make it a little unique to the person. You kind of have to consider the person that you are buying the gift for. There are some brands that do sell really good, reasonable jewelry. One of them being En Route. I think that they do have some really nice jewelry. If you know somebody who's a little bit more simplistic, there are options there on that website. Or if you know somebody who is more of a maximalist, they do have a wide range on their site. I do have a few jewelry pieces. A lot of my jewelry pieces are from En Route. I do think that the quality is really good. Another brand that I've really been into and actually had bought one item from, the brand is called Selena. Specifically their beaded necklaces and bracelets I think are so unique and really pretty. They have a wide variety of colors. I personally had purchased a purple bracelet because I thought it was just so beautiful. I think it's also great for every season as well. That brand is really, really good. If you're wanting to think of something that's a little bit different, check them out. Thinking about my childhood and like certain gifts that I would receive, I remember being really young and getting a pack of like underwear. My mother, she bought me a pack of underwear and I was just thinking, why the heck did she buy me this? This is not what I wanted for Christmas. As I've gotten older, I realized that, ooh, yeah, a pack of underwear could be a really good gift to receive. Because sometimes it's just like smaller things that you don't really think to buy or want to buy for yourself that, you know, is a really thoughtful gift, or really do come in handy when somebody else gives it to you. Specifically cotton underwear, my girlies, if you know, you know. There are a lot of brands that do have really cute underwear, so they don't even have to be like simple, basic underwear. Like they could be fun and girly. I think Brandy Melville is a good one. One of their underwears has like this frilly detail around the edges, and it's like white with polka dots. Really, really cute. Have fun with underwear. It don't have to be simple and boring. Think outside the box. If a person, you know, likes to wear thongs, get them a thong. Another great gift to consider giving someone is ceramics. So I personally think that ceramics is such a great gift to give someone, especially if you know that they recently moved into a new home or apartment, or, you know, somebody who's really like creative. It could be bowls, cups, plates, little trinkets. I mean, anybody you can think of can use some storage or some sort of cute little decorative item, right? It that's a little bit more interesting. You know, you could have a basic bowl, right? But something that has character or has some sort of personality to it, or can show the person's personality. There are certain brands too that have really funky, creative ceramics. One in particular that I found recently called Female Alchemy, and I love her ceramics so much. She also has different items in you know, in her shop. They could be like stationery, stickers, posters, different things like that. But her ceramics in particular are so beautiful and well crafted. They are very, very expensive though. So like keep that in mind if you have the money. You know, if you're rich, yeah, they're very, very pricey. I myself would love to get one of her ceramics or be gifted one. But again, like the money is just, it ain't happening right now. Or check her website out. There are a few like ceramics that are within a reasonable price, but still up there, right? But rightfully so. I mean, it is her brand. She hand makes everything herself. So you gotta, you know, can't knock the hustle. If you don't want to spend the money on ceramics, you can even make it yourself. And I feel like that is another way to show somebody appreciation or putting your own creative taste into it. By going to like a ceramics class. There are different thrift shops and thrift stores that you can buy ceramics from. You want to go on like a cheaper, more affordable route. Next gift idea is bedding. I love a good bed set. It doesn't even matter like what the color is. It is something that's kind of like out of the way to have to buy and like get myself. So if I were gifted something like that, I would be really appreciative. There are some brands that do have really fun bedding sets. One brand in particular called Tekla, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. They are a little bit on the pricier side, so considering that, but there are different alternative brands that kind of do offer the same type of vibe, just at a lower price. Another brand too called Homey, I think. They're kind of similar to the Tekla vibe, very colorful patterns, things like that. If you know somebody who is really creative or likes really sentimental things, you know, whether it be pictures or just having something to create and hold memories. I think getting some sort of scrapbook kit would be a really great gift. It could be just a plain scrapbook for them to store their pictures or stickers on, and kind of create their own scrapbook how they like. That is something that could be really inexpensive, but also very thoughtful. In the same category, books. Somebody who's really into books and likes reading or wants to get into reading, you can always recommend or gift them a book or several books. It's a really intimate type of thing to give to somebody because you're considering that, hey, maybe it is something that you have read before and you thought of this person and think that they may like it, and you may be inclined to read it more, that it was gifted to you. If not a book, then maybe you want to consider getting them a bookmark or some sort of book accessory. An album book would also be a good gift idea. I myself would like to have or get a album book because I feel like having pictures, physical copies of pictures, hits so much differently than having pictures on like a phone or something digital, and things that you can kind of look back on and be like, I remember this. You kind of feel like you're in that memory or in that moment. And so I really want to get back into printing out like actual pictures. Now, if you're wanting to buy somebody some clothing pieces, I think a safe way to go about doing that is buying a person a sweater. In my opinion, a cashmere sweater or a cashmere blend is really great quality and a great thing to consider when getting somebody a sweater. A brand that you may want to look into called Quince. They sell really good cashmere Mongolian sweaters. I did actually buy one myself, I want to say maybe 2 years ago or a year ago, and I love that sweater so much. It's so soft and so cozy and really great quality. The great thing about Quince as well is that they oftentimes have sales, so you can, you're able to find or get this sweater at a really reasonable price. But it's a great gift, especially for this winter season that we're transitioning into. And then there are other things too, like scarves or beanies or maybe even gloves. But if you don't want to just give somebody a plain old basic beanie or hat, whatever, you may want to try something that's a little bit different, right? Consider getting them a really fun color or really fun pattern or shape. So definitely look into a brand that steps outside of the box when it comes to these type of accessories. A brand that you could check out called Rumi Knit. They're based in the UK, but I do think that they have really cool hats and scarves and hand warmers. I really like their brown and blue striped scarf that they have on their website. I think they recently kind of got that out. You don't have to be basic during the winter. You could still be warm, cozy, and cute. If you want to gift somebody some stationery, I think a good brand to check out is called Valfrey or Velfrey. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Valfrey. I recently discovered them like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago off of Instagram, but I was so intrigued by all of the pieces that they have. Not only do they sell stationery stuff, but they do have keychains, they sell blankets. They also have ceramics on their website as well. And I think that it is such a creative and interesting way to give somebody something that may seem so simple, but also interesting, add so much elements into their life and in their home. These are things that can be functional, but also serve as decorations. And personally, I really like their planners that they recently came out with. If you know somebody who needs a new planner, I think that their planners on the website are really, really cute. They are a reasonable price as well. This could also serve as like a coffee table book. They sell so many different things on their website: calendars, coloring books, like I mentioned before, keychains. They have stamps. So yeah, I feel like this is some sort of ad, but it's really not. There's a lot going on in this world, right? And day to day, people are like working really hard to try to make ends meet, and life can be really, really, really stressful. So even just thinking about getting somebody a gift voucher to like a spa or some sort of self-care dinner, something that they can do to treat themselves is also really thoughtful. And it can be something that could be a last minute gift, if you feel like, okay, I can't really physically get something for them, but hey, let me get this person a gift voucher, gift cards as well. Who wouldn't love to get a free spa treatment? I think I would definitely like one, especially to this person who, is working really hard, and, you want to treat them to something really nice and relaxing. At the end of the day, really, it's the thought that counts. It could be some flowers or some chocolate. Really, it could be the smallest thing that you can think of. But anyways, I think that is all of the gift ideas that I have in this video. I think I did pretty well, but I don't know. You let me know. This is my first ever gift guide / wishlist video. Let me know in the comments below if there are any gift ideas that you have or you're thinking of giving somebody. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video, and I would hopefully see you in my next one. See ya.